Let me begin by saying, shit, even that was funny, right? But let me begin by saying, this ain't no gimmick, for real. This ain't no gimmick. This ain't no, yeah, like, oh, this guy's funny, right? This guy's a joker, right? Like, oh, he's joking, right? No, it's none of that. This shit is fucking dead serious. Serious as fucking, I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it. Let me finish up on Ned Flanders, right? Ned Flanders, dude. And let me begin by saying, I fucking love everybody, right? I'm a very accepting and loving and forgiving person, right? Most people, I don't know the correct way to say this, but most people, like, it's gonna sound fucked up, I don't care enough to get mad about anything that most people do, right? Most people. But Ned Flanders, dude. And I remember the one that I'm telling you had an intervention with me, right? One day out of nowhere, had an intervention with me, right? And at that time, my mind was still sharp, right, and fast, and you know, like now, if someone told me something, I don't think of what the correct thing to say would have been until like fucking 3 days later, right? But at that time, he's doing this intervention, right? Which came out of nowhere from one day to the next, right? Like, it's like one day I'm ripping ass and just being myself, no filter, right? And he's just laughing along. He thinks it's fucking hilarious. You know what I mean? And then the next day, he was like, hey, I didn't see him all day, right? I'm like, hey. He's like, oh, come on, I need to talk to you, right? And then I'm like, okay, what? I'm all happy, right? I'm all happy. And then he does an intervention where he tells me in a respectful way, right? You need to change everything about yourself, right? Like like anything you could think of, like, all of it, right? Everything. And then I was already expecting that, right? Because my conspiracy targeted individual mind was already expecting and predicting psychically that was gonna happen, right? And in the middle of my mind was still fast enough to I was like, who told you to say this, right? Like, who told you to say this? Like, where is it coming from, right? And he didn't want to say, right? Like, he just didn't want to say it at all, right? But a bunch of fuckery went down that I'm too big to even mention, right? But I remember one time, I asked him a favor, right? Like, I told him, right? Like, man, let me ask you a favor as a friend, right? For real, right? Like seriously, let me ask you, like, please, right? As a friend, right? And he fucking not only went against, right, but just pulled some fuckery that is unforgivable, right? And then after that, proceeded to ignore my ass, right? And then at some point, I was like going through some shit, right? And I realized this was about a year and a half ago, right? And I really needed someone to be on my side, right? And I'm like, fuck. Let me reach out, right? Like, even though it's weird, it feels weird for me to reach out to somebody, right? It feels weird. He just blew me off and ignored my ass, right? And then year and a half of him ignoring my ass, right? I don't exist. I'm dead, right? I'm dead to him, right? For a year and a half. Like a week or 2 weeks ago or something like that, he reached out. He reached out to me, tried to talk to me again, right? And I'm like, I didn't say anything, right? I just didn't respond, right? In my mind, in my heart and soul, I'm like, fuck you. I'm fucking dead serious. fuck you.